Good morning. Hey, Facebook people. We're about ready to start. I'll wait for a few people to check in. It's 9:30. So if you have any requests, hey Darby, good morning. If you have any requests, you can go ahead and say them now. I'm probably going to go ahead and get class rolling, and so I'll see your comments afterwards if I don't see them now. Hi Tammy. Oh, Hope is here. Good morning, Hope. Hey Sharon. Hey Kay, good morning. Missed you the other day, Tammy. Kay, you practicing again? Hey Melissa, good morning. All right, I didn't see any particular requests, so we're gonna go ahead and just start class today, start practice. And I'm going to start, I've been starting with Pema Chodron's Comfortable with Uncertainty, but I'm going to do that at the end today, and I'm going to read from Rolf's book for our opening meditation reading. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so we'll go ahead and get centered first. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Lift your shoulders up. And let them roll back and down. Hands on your knees, elbows soft under your shoulders. Eyes are closed or gazing down. And just start dropping in and connecting to your breath. So just see what your breath feels like. Notice what your body wants to naturally do as you begin to focus on your breath. So rooting down through your sits bones, lifting up through the crown of the head. Working towards an equal inhalation, exhalation, in and out through the nose. When the mind wanders, come back to your breath, or just notice what the mind is thinking and let it go and don't judge it. In 19th century, Native American living on the plains knew the medicinal properties of more than 2,000 plants. The manner in which this education was achieved was simple. The young Native American was expected to pay attention to the living beings in his world, to actually see what he was looking at. In yoga, the first step when we enter a posture is to establish our gaze. Our eyes literally rest at one point. Our gaze is mindful. We are meant to actually see what we are looking at. Yoga uses the senses, sight, sound, sensation, to bring us into the present moment. This practice of drishti, or gaze point, is the same as the old Native American practice of teaching children to see what they are looking at. As a species, we have a wondrous heritage of connectedness, of communion, of being present, of celebrating the fact that we are all at once engulfed by and at one with the divine. Our yoga practice allows us to participate in this tradition. Our willingness to see what we are looking at allows us to perpetuate it. So go ahead, find your tall spine again if you lost it. Reconnect to your breath. And just bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Anjane Mudra, bow your chin in. Maybe adding an intention if there's something that you'd like to see more of in your life. Maybe you have a dedication going out to someone or something. And then interlace your fingers and stretch them forward. Round your back and tuck your chin and really squeeze your belly as you feel that stretch coming into the back of the body. And then reach up high. Arms are up, but shoulders relax away. And maybe find a little bit of movement in your ribs, just stretching side to side, waking up the side body. And then reach up high. Let your hands come behind your back and interlace your fingers. Stretch them down towards the floor, keeping your spine long. If you can lift the arms up, lift them up, but don't shift forward. So keep your spine up. Your arms only go as high as your spine will allow, the fronts of the shoulders. Breathe. And then drop your arms down. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, take the right hand to the left knee. Take a twist, look back over the left shoulder. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, arms high, hands down. And just take your legs out wide. Just give them a little shake side to side. And then put your hands on your shins and slide your left hand towards your left ankle. Hang out here. You can move the neck around a little. Some of you might be able to drop your elbow down in front of your calf. Stay here or let that right arm come up alongside the ear and find that stretch up through the side body. And breathe. Keep your top shoulder back, so don't round in on yourself. And if you can go for the foot, you're going for the pinky toe side of the foot to keep your heart open. Feels like too much, it is too much. Find your sweet spot. And then go ahead, come up and slide to the other side. See what the arm wants to do on this side. It might be different. Keep this left hand where it is or take it up and over. And breathe. And then go ahead, squeeze your belly, come up, wiggle your shoulders here to release your back, and then bring your hands in front and just walk them forward. And breathe. So remember, we're still warming up, so if you're used to going lower, you might not be there just yet. So you might stay up high, some of you might be able to lower to your elbows, and find that breath in your inner thighs, the lower back. And then walk your hands back in and bring the bottoms of the feet together. Just do a little butterfly. Stay here or fold in towards your toes. And then sit up tall and make your way to hands and knees. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips for cat-cow tilts when you're ready. The inhale drops the belly, lifts the head, hold here. Wait for an exhale, arch your back high, push the floor away, hold here. And then just move with your breath. Inhaling, sway back. Exhaling, cat. Keep cycling through your own breath. We might move at different paces as you listen to your body. And then wait for your next exhale. Return to a flat back. Look over your left shoulder towards your left hip. And then look to the right. And come back to center and rest in child's pose. Hips towards the heels, forehead towards the mat. Remember, you're not hurting your knees. You can always stay up on the elbows and keep your hips high. And then go ahead, shift forward, hands and knees. Bring the knees back under the hips if they went wide. Send your left leg back, find that stretch in your calf. Tuck the tailbone, lift the belly, push the floor away. And maybe just add a little rock to wake up that calf. Maybe start to feel it in the hamstring. And then keep the weight forward, push the floor, engage, and maybe float the leg high. Doesn't have to go, it can. And if it can, circle and reverse. And press through the heels, stay there, or right arm forward, reach and pull, both directions. Keep breathing. Keep looking down, come in and out as you need to. Put your hand down, let your foot cross over the right, look over the right shoulder towards your toes. Now swing it to the left side, left arm high, circle the wrist. Reverse. Keep it straight up or start to let it go back. Open your chest, release your back. Chiropractic adjustment. Go ahead, bring it back down. Bring the knee in and send the right leg back. Toes on the mat, engage and lift. Find the stretch in your calf and rock the weight a little. Wake up the leg. And then keep the weight forward. Push the floor, engage. Feels okay, we're floating the leg. If the leg is up, we're circling. Reverse. Press through the heel, stay there, or left arm forward, reach and pull, both directions. Keep lifting in here to support your back. Keep breathing. And then put your hand down, let the foot cross over the left, look over the left shoulder towards your toes. Now swing it to the right. Right arm high, circle the wrist. Reverse. Keep it straight up or let it reach back behind you. Open your chest, release your back. Bring your hand down, bring your knee in, and this time tuck your toes as you press your hips towards your heels. Breathe into your toes and your feet. And then when you're ready, find your first downward facing dog. Pedal it out, walk it out, move it around. And then come to stillness and just hold your down dog. Scoop your belly in, relax your shoulders. Feels like too much, you can always stay at hands and knees. And just notice what parts of the body start to warm up. And now walk your hands and feet towards each other, coming into Ragdoll. Uttanasana, any movement that feels good. So you might be here. It might feel good to grab opposite elbows if your hands are nearly touching the floor. It might feel good to sway a little. You can shake your head yes and no. And then drop your arms, bend your knees, slowly stack your vertebrae, rounding up. Arms reach at the top. Keep the arms up, relax your shoulders down, feet about hips width apart, maybe a little wider. Take hold of your right wrist with your left hand, stretch it to the left side, and breathe. So we'll stay here. If you want a variation today, we'll take that right foot behind, bend both knees, and pull a little more. If you don't need it, don't add it. Now come back to center, grab the other wrist, stretch it out. Stay here or the left foot behind, bend both knees and pull to the right. And then come back up to center, just drop your arms, touch your thighs and slide back towards your toes. Keep your hands down. If it feels okay, you can get another shoulder stretch, interlace the fingers behind the back, let the arms pull away. And then hands rest back down, reach down towards your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away, find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, rounding or hinging up to stand, arms reach. Once you get to the top, stretch it long and tall, drop your tailbone. Only if it feels good, keep dropping the tailbone and add that little back bend. And then come up straight. Before your hands come down, drop your arms and step to the top of your mat. Find your mountain. Shoulders back and down, palms are forward, belly lifts, tailbone drops. Take a moment, connect to your breath. Let go of too much heat out the mouth. On your next inhale, arms reach high. On an exhale, fold down towards your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away. Long, flat back. On an exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step your left foot to the back, and drop that knee all the way down. Sink into the left hip flexor, and breathe. So hips sink low. Don't let this knee go past the ankle. Floor is too far away. You can always use 2 blocks to lift the floor, or hands can come up to the thigh. So stay where you are, or next exhale, hips back, toes lift. There's your hamstring. If the hamstring's tight, walk the hands with you. If you need a bigger stretch, keep them forward and fold. And then shift the weight forward, tuck your toes. You can go hands and knees or down dog. If you're at hands and knees, do some cat-cow tilts. If you're at down dog, you can hold or prepare for your first vinyasa. So it's inhale plank. We'll all put our knees down first round. Elbows rub the ribs as you lower. Inhale can be cobra. If you feel ready for up dog, you can extend the arms, push the floor away. If you're in cobra, forehead down first, and then we all go hands and knees and back to down dog. Unless you never left hands and knees, and you can stay there. On an inhale, left leg lifts high. Keep the toes down for a moment, keep the legs straight. Now turn the toes to the side, see if the leg will go a little higher. Only if it feels good, bend the knee and open the hip. And then step that foot all the way to the top of the mat. Drop the back knee. So if it didn't make it up so that it's stacked, just pick it up and bring it. If it's somewhere here, bring it up. Sink into your right hip. Flexor and breathe. Looks good. Wait for an exhale. Hips back, toes lift. Hands walk with you if the hamstring is tight. Fold it forward if you need a bigger stretch. So we're going to go for the whole shebang today. Let's go ahead, shift the weight into the left foot. We're stepping the right foot up. And on your inhale, come all the way up to standing. Stretch it out at the top. Drop your tailbone only if it feels good. Add a little back bend. Come up straight before your hands come down. And drop your arms. Find your mountain. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, fold down towards your toes. Inhale, push your shins or the floor away, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms. This time step your right foot back, keep that knee lifted. Right hand flat on the mat, or you can put a block under there. Left hand on the thigh above the knee, press into both hands, look over the left shoulder. Keep the left hand down or reach it high. Wait for an exhale, put the hand down, and we're taking it hands and knees or down dog. You're gonna cat-cow or add your flow. Your flow is inhale plank. If you can keep the knees lifted with the elbows in, you can do that. Inhale cobra or up dog. Exhale hands and knees or down dog. Looks good. On an inhale. Right leg high, keep the toes down and the hips closed for a moment. Now stay there or turn the toes to the side, see if the leg will go higher. Only if it feels good, bend the knee, open the hip. And then step it all the way up. Pick it up and bring it. If it didn't make it, stack joints. Left hand flat, right hand on the thigh, press to look over the right shoulder. Keep the right hand low or reach it high. Wait for your exhale, put the hand down, keep the right knee bent, squeeze your belly, left foot steps up. On an inhale, push your shins away. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, come all the way up to standing. Stretch it out at the top. If it feels good, add a little back bend. Come up straight before your hands come down. Drop your arms, find your mountain. We're going to add a chair. So take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees like you're going to touch the floor, and then bring them up alongside the ear in a chair. Belly in, tailbone down. Make sure you're not creating sway in the back. So it's not this, it's this. And then go ahead, fold forward. Now inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms, left foot back. We're coming up to standing. So you can press off the thigh, or you can use your core by taking your arms back, hovering over the front thigh. And then sweep your arms up and find your high lunge. And breathe. So, options here. Finding your drishti, that gazing spot out in front. Focus your balance. If it feels like too much strain in the low back, put a bend in the knee and push the pelvis forward, and you'll get a little hip flexor stretch right here. Wait for an exhale, hands down to the floor. Take it back, hands to knees, or down dog, cat-cow, or add your flow. So remember your flow is inhale, plank, knees lowered or lifted, chaturanga. Inhale your back bend, and exhale, down dog. All right, so we're going to try to flip this time, so it's left leg up, or not. Turn it to the side. Maybe you bend the knee, open the hip. If you're going to flip your dog, you just turn that back foot to the side, and the left foot touches down behind the right, and the left arm goes forward. So it ends up like a little side plank. Nice. Now bring that hand down and step the left foot up. You're either pushing off the thigh or you're hovering and sweeping your arms up high, and you're in your high lunge. And you're breathing. If you want that hip flexor stretch or it doesn't feel good in your back, put a bend in the knee, push the pelvis forward. The stretch is in the front of the right hip flexor. Find your drishti. Notice where your mind is gone. Come back. Exhale, fold forward. Keep the left knee bent and step the right foot up. On an inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, you're going to bend your knees, reach your arms. You're coming back into that chair position. And exhale to stand. Last time, find your mountain. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees, arms up, Utkatasana. Next exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step the right foot back. Press off the thigh or hover your way up. Find your high lunge. Stay here. You can add that back knee bend again, or take another twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. Stay here, or left hand drops down, right arm goes up, maybe slightly back. Wait for an exhale, looks great. Cartwheel your hands down. Take it back, hands and knees, or down dog. Cat-cow, or add your flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Here we go, right leg high. Keep it there, or turn it to the side, take it higher, keep it there, or bend the knee, open the hip. Stay there, or you just keep flipping over till the right foot touches down, right arm goes up. Do the wild thing. Bring the right hand back down and step the right foot up. Now press off the thigh or hover your way up. Find your high lunge. Stay there, or left arm forward, right arm back. If it feels good to drop that back hand to the back thigh, you can. Left arm can go up and slightly back. Wait for your exhale. Cartwheel your hands to the floor, keep the right knee bent, and step the left foot up. Inhale, push your shins away, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms, come back to chair. And exhale to stand. Drop your arms, find your mountain, let go of too much heat out the mouth. Hopefully warm up is complete. And now we're ready to get into some deeper poses. So from the top of your mat, step your right foot back and set up warrior two feet. So front heel intersects with the back arch, arms up parallel, bend into the left knee. And breathe. Slow the breath. Remember, all the same things apply. Don't let the knee go past the ankle. Track it to the pinky toe so the thigh looks parallel between the edges of your mat. Slow the breath. Now flip your left hand, stretch back, hold it, just because it feels good. And then wait for an exhale back to warrior two. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, warrior two. Do that one more time, and you can stay here doing this. We'll add a little windmill action that'll get into your core if it feels good. So you can keep going up or back, or the next time send the right arm forward, left arm back. It's a hover. Now squeeze your belly, windmill back to warrior two, and then reach your left arm back. We'll do that two more times. So warrior two, right arm forward, left arm back, warrior two, and left arm back. One more time, warrior two, right arm forward, warrior two, left arm back, hold it, breathe. Now bend into your knee, cartwheel your hands down towards the foot, and you can either step up to ragdoll and rest, or step back to down dog and flow. So step up and rest, or step back to down dog and Andhra Vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. If you went to down dog, we'll all meet back in ragdoll. No rush. Switching sides again. Beautiful. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Stretch it out if it feels good. You can add that back bend. Come up straight before your hands come down. Drop your arms and step your left foot back. So setting up warrior two on the other side. Arms out. Look over the right middle finger. Find that stretch in the inner thigh. And we're just going to hold here and breathe. Now flip the right hand, stretch back, hold here, breathe up the right side body. And then wait for an exhale, go back to warrior two. So it's inhale, stretch, exhale, release. So remember, you can stay right here one more time like that. Keep doing up and back, or this time out of warrior two, send the left arm forward, right arm back, hover. Now you just windmill back to warrior two and reach the right arm back. So it's warrior two, left arm forward, warrior two, right arm back. Nice. Last time, it's warrior two, left arm forward, warrior two, right arm back, hold it and breathe. And then bend your knee. Cartwheel your hands down. You can step up to ragdoll or back to down dog. If you went to down dog, you can hold, flow, or rest. Keep slowing the breath down. If you went to down dog, make your way back up to ragdoll. Nice. On an inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, come all the way up, stretch it out at the top, drop your tailbone, only if it feels good, add a little back bend. Come up straight before your hands come down. Go ahead and drop your arms. And take your feet a little wider than hips width. And just fold forward. Walk both hands over to the left side of the left foot. Let your right hand grab the calf or ankle, left arm high. Stay there, or put a bend in the right knee. It's going to stretch out this left hip. And then go ahead, switch sides. Left arm reaches across, keep that there. Right arm up if it feels good. Bend the left knee if it feels good. Breathe into the right hip. And then go ahead, come back to center. And heel toe your feet until your pinky toes are out near the edges of your mat, so a little wider. Elbows above the knees, bend your knees, high squat. So remember, if you have knee issues, hips are staying above the knees. Feels good on hips and knees, they can drop towards the floor. So you want your knees tracking in the same direction, so you can turn your feet out if that feels better for your knees. Maybe thumbs come to the sternum. Keep breathing. Let go of too much heat. Find the perfect pose for you, and that's different for everybody. So stay where you are. A few more breaths. Those of you who have a crow practice, go for it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe stay where you are. If you want to know what crow looks like, it's fingers wide, feet together. Feet about a foot or maybe a little more behind the wrists, and knees up into the armpits. Keep looking forward, shift forward. Lift one toe, put it down, other toe, put it down. If they both come up, you work them towards the bottom. Keep looking forward. If you look down, it'll make you do a somersault. And then when you're done, you can either come back to ragdoll and rest, or take a vinyasa. Nice. Looks great. If you went to down dog, make your way back to ragdoll. If you're folded forward, find Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, stretch it out at the top, keep dropping your tailbone. Only if it feels good, add a little back bend. Come up straight before your hands come down, and drop your arms. Find your mountain. And step your right foot back. So heel to arch alignment again, arms out, bend back into your left knee so you're back in warrior two. And then let that left forearm come down to the thigh, palm turn up, right hand here on the hip. Keep it there. Or you're taking it straight out along the horizon, rolls up alongside the ear, palm spinning down. So you're trying to create a straight line from your fingertips out the back toe. And you're all breathing. Keep rolling that right shoulder back. Some of you might drop your left hand lower. You can put it on the floor or a block. Rest when you need to. If you like the bind, this arm goes up. You turn the palm so it faces the back of the room, and when you bend the elbow, the thumb is pointing down. You can stay there. Some of you might be able to wrap it around, grab that bottom inner thigh. That's like the half bind. If you're going for the full bind, right hand's on the back of the thigh. Keep the left shoulder tucked in tight, and you can reach under and maybe grab fingers. Feels like too much, it is too much. Looks like this from behind. Bird of paradise people, go for it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, hang tight here. All right, take your time if you're doing something fun. We're all gonna release. Send that right arm forward and then reach it down to the mat. Pop the back knee, heel up, and drop the back knee down to the floor. Bring both hands to the inside of your left foot and walk your left foot a little more to the left. Toes angled out to 11 o'clock. And some of you are staying right here. If it feels okay, you're going to take your left hand, push that left knee away, look back over the left shoulder. Only if it does not hurt your knee, you can bend the knee, reach back, grab the foot or ankle. Keep sinking your hips low. If it feels like too much, it is too much. Listen to your body. It is your own best teacher. If you're holding the foot, release it. Bring both hands back down to the inside of the left foot. Stay there, or right elbow lowers. Stay there, or left elbow meets it. So if you're somewhere in between and you have a block, you can go under your elbows. So if you went low, just push up through your arms, and we're all just going to slide that left foot back and go into child's pose. Some of you are going to stay in child's pose. Some of you are going to press it up to down dog. If you went to down dog, you can hold or add a vinyasa. Stay with the breath. Honoring your body is yoga. Remember, we practice on the mat so we can live it in our lives. And then from wherever you are, hands and knees are down dog, walk your way up to ragdoll. Inhale, push your shins away. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, stretch it out at the top. If it feels good, add a little back bend. Come up before the hands come down. Drop your arms, find your mountain, and step the left foot back. So remember, it's like you're going into warrior two. Everything happens the same way with the feet. Arms up, and into the knee, make all those adjustments, and then you just take the right forearm down to the thigh, the palm is turned up. Left hand starts on the hip, it can stay there if you have an injury. Feels okay, left arm comes up alongside the ear, palm spinning down. And we're just sinking and warming into the pose. Some of you are staying here. Some of you might drop your right hand down to the floor or a block. If you're practicing that bind, this arm goes up. You flip the thumb so it faces the back foot, and then the thumb points down as you bend the elbow, knuckles to sacrum, maybe the half bind with the left hand wrapping around. Maybe keep that right shoulder tucked in tight. Take the right hand behind, take the full bind. Hurts the body, don't do it. Have bird of paradise, go for it. I broke that down on the YouTube page if anyone wants to see how to get into bird of paradise. If you're holding the bind, release it, left arm forward. And then left hand down, pop the back knee up. Drop the heel down, knee down. Walk your toes to the right. So hang out here. So that's your option, right? I'll face a little more forward. And then stay here, or take your right hand, push the right knee away, look over the right shoulder. Don't hurt your body. If it feels okay, you can bend the back knee, reach back, grab the foot or ankle. Sink your hips low. If you're holding the foot, release it with control. Both hands back to the front. Stay here, or it's left elbow drops. Stay there, or right elbow meets it. Remember, you can use a block to lift the floor. That's what the block is for. And keep breathing. If you went low, push up through your arms. And we're just sliding that right leg back. And you can go to down dog or child's pose. You can hold, flow, or rest. So if you want to cool it down, stay in child's pose. If you want to keep the heat going, it's from down dog, add your vinyasa. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, walk your way to ragdoll. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, stretch it out at the top, keep dropping your tailbone, only if it feels good, add a little back bend. Come up straight before your hands come down and drop your arms. Find your mountain, let go of too much heat out the mouth. And then just right where you are, just take your feet wide so you can turn sideways on your mat. It doesn't matter which way, you can just face the camera. And we're just gonna fold forward. Before we go into balance, we're gonna hang out here, just get one last stretch into their inner thighs. So Pasrita A. Hang out, breathe. If you have a variation you're working on, feel free to add that. I'm gonna stay here, forearm balance, handstand, whatever you're working on from here. I don't know if you made it, Hannah, but I saw you were supposed to make it. I know you're working on some of those things. So take your time, keep doing what feels good to you. When you're done, we're all gonna push the floor away. I love this twist. Left hand under your face, right arm high. You can do that same bind here if it feels okay on the shoulder. You flip the thumb, the palm, so the thumb faces back, reaches around, and might be able to grab that left inner thigh. Don't hurt your body. And then go ahead and switch sides. Left arm high, stretch it open. Keep it here, only if it feels good. The thumb turns down, reaches around for that bottom inner thigh. And then go ahead, bring both hands back to center. And then just bring your feet together. You can hop them or walk them together. And then inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch it out at the top. Add your back bend if that feels good. And come up straight before your hands come down. Drop your arms, find your mountain. And left foot balance. So we'll do tree. So lift your left toes, spread them wide, take our right knee, kickstand, belly up, tailbone down. Remember, the lift up is more important than how high this foot goes and what happens in this left foot. So keep it low or bring it to the thigh. You can help it up above the knee if it doesn't hurt the knee. Try not to press on your knee. If you're at the inner thigh, push the thigh into the foot. You can add the arms to the side for balance. They can go up for a challenge. If you have a half lotus practice, go for it. If you want a little more of a challenge here, right hand can go down to the right knee, and the left arm can take a little side stretch. Now squeeze to come back up. If you're still here, bring your hands to your heart. Very nice holds. Go ahead, hands to your waist. You can step out, or we'll add that core challenge, ankle under the knee. Don't lean back as you extend the leg and point the toe. Maybe you can hold it for a few breaths. And then drop it down. And shake it up. Switch sides. Kickstand, focus more on the lift. Find what works for you on this side. Bring it higher. Find your pose. Keep lifting. Focus on the lift through the crown of the head. Out through the fingers more than you are on that foot. So keep pulling your muscles up towards the sky. Beautiful. Stay here or add anything. If you want that side stretch, left arm goes down to the knee, right arm stretches over. Nice, beautiful holds. Bring it back to center and to the heart. If you're still here, hands to the waist. Don't lean back. If you're gonna bring that leg to the front, we're gonna extend and point. Maybe you can hold it for a few breaths. That's your core. And then drop it down. Shake it up. Shake out the legs, find your mountain. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. And breathe. So option one, stay where you are. You can take a squat. You can take a vinyasa if you want. We're coming back here for another balance. So decide what your body needs and listen. Confer. Commune with your inner self. Yoga literally means to yoke. So it's union with the self, mind, body, spirit. And we practice together to give it stronger energy, which I love. All right, bring it back up. If you went anywhere else, we're meeting ragdoll. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up, stretch it out at the top. You can always add that back bend. Come up straight and hands down. Drop your arms, left foot balance. So you can go back to tree if that's a challenge for you. Stick with that option, or we'll work on Galavasana. So you bend your legs like chair. And so remember, in chair, it's tailbone down, belly lifts, and notice how I'm on a diagonal, but my spine is straight. If I go here, I'm creating a curve. So shoulders over knees, belly in. And then left foot stays down, right ankle crosses over, you make a figure four. So, hang out. Don't hurt your body. Some of you might be able to bend enough that you can touch the floor. It actually gets easier once you can touch the floor. So you can stay here, play here. Those of you who know the arm balance here, your palms have to be flat. You bend and you hook these toes around this tricep. I won't go any further than that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll do a breakdown on YouTube. Now, if you went low, you're gonna have to squeeze your belly tight to come back up. You can always just drop your foot and stand up too. No real, rules. If you want that core challenge, bring it up. Don't lean back. If you're gonna extend, point, maybe you can hold it for a breath or two, and drop it down. Shake out the knees. And try the other side. So remember, you can go back to tree or bend your knees like chair, belly in. Right foot stays down, left ankle crosses over and bend. So it looks like this from the side. Stay here or reach for the floor. If you were adding on, go for it. No rush. It's a great stretch in the right hip, isn't it? If you went low, you're going to squeeze your belly to come back up. Remember, you can just drop this foot and stand up. Otherwise, you can challenge your balance. Come up, hands to the waist, ankle into the knee. Don't lean back. If you're going to extend, point, maybe hold it, and drop it down. Shake out the knees, shake out the legs, and find your mountain at the top of your mat. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, fold down towards your toes. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms. You're going down dog or child's pose. You're going to cat-cow or vinyasa or rest. And then we're all going to come down to our knees and onto our belly. So we're going to do Ardha Chalavasana, half locust, upper body first, chin or forehead on the mat, arms back with the palms turned up. And on an inhale, keep pushing your tailbone towards the heels, roll up head, neck, and chest, reach the arms to the back of the room, and breathe. This is also back strengthening exercise. Maybe a little lift just before you lower. Put the right cheek on the mat, wiggle your hips. Let go of too much heat out the mouth. And you can stay right here resting, or we'll do a second round. You can stay with the same thing we just did, or this time we'll add the legs. So it's forehead or chin down. Inhale, roll up head, neck, and chest. Maybe lift the feet this time, and breathe. Maybe lift a little just before you lower down. Left cheek on the mat, wiggle out your hips. Let go of too much heat out the mouth. And then think about what you need here. So you can rest here. You can make your way to child's pose. We're going to do a third round. You can go back to the first one. You can do the second one again. If you have knee issues, I recommend you don't go any further than here. If it doesn't bother the knees, with your forehead down, you bend the knees, reach for the feet or ankles, and then roll up head, neck, and chest. Push the feet away. If this hurts your knees, you're back here. Honor your body is much more important than grabbing your feet. And breathe. Nice. Maybe a little lift just before you lower. Right cheek on the mat. Wiggle out your hips. Let go of too much heat out the mouth. And then push up to hands and knees and back to child's pose. So a child's pose is our counter, or is our neutralizing spine after we do back bends. So you can stay where you are, or you can press it up to down dog. You can hold or add a vinyasa. Honor your body. Let go of judgment and competition. Nice. And then we'll all meet at hands and knees. And just move through 2 cat-cow tilts on your own. And we're going to stick with pigeon. So it's a hip opener. If you know pigeon is not good for your knees, or if you have bad knees, then I'll show you an option. It's basically we just go onto your back. So from hands and knees, if pigeon feels okay, you're going to take your right knee up and the shin stays down and the knee goes to the outside of the right hand and this heel will be at the top of the left thigh. If it hurts your body, please come out. Some of you, you're going to be able to slide it back. And then some of you are staying up here. Some of you are going to be able to lower down to your elbows. Some of you might be able to go flat, take your arms out in a T. If that feels comfortable, your left ear goes on the mat. So it looks like this. So if you have knee issues, stop and come onto your back. And you take the right ankle over the left knee and hug it in. You get the same stretch here without the body weight of pigeon. So I'll show you what it looks like from the side. If you have questions about this, just send me a private message and I can go over the breakdown with you. And the stretch is right here. We're trying to level our sacrum by pulling back on the left hip, forward on the right. You're trying not to fall into that left hip. You can also put a block or something under here if it's hovering way high. And if you went low, push up through your arms. We're just going to slide our right knee forward, take our left leg so we can get our, sorry, that's our right leg. Our right leg goes back and kicks around. And then go ahead and come to the knees. And so from hands and knees, the right knee goes to the outside of the right wrist and the heel comes, sorry, it's your left leg. It's my right, your left. All right, so your left leg's up, the heel's at the top of the right thigh, and then you slide that left leg, right leg back. Sorry. That's what happens when I move side to side. I lose where I am. So stay here or go low if it hurts your body because this knee is different than the other knee. Come onto your back and cross it over the thigh. You can also do it from sitting. Looks like this. You get the same stretch without the body weight. Stay with the breath. Pull back on your left hip, forward on the right. And breathe. flies when you're having fun. And then go ahead and push the arms up, slide that right knee forward so you can get the left foot out of the way, and then just kick it around. And then rest in down dog or child's pose. You can hold or flow through your last vinyasa. Let's all meet at hands and knees. Come onto your bottom. Swing your legs around to the front. And just make your way onto your back. Hug your knees in, rock out the back. Make circles, reverse your circles. And then just let both knees fall to the left and look to the right. If you have a favorite twist you prefer, feel free to add that. Try to keep the right shoulder on the mat. You can put your left hand on top of that knee if it feels good. Now go ahead, come up to center and let your knees go to the other side and look to the left. Keep this left shoulder on the mat. You can put that right hand on top of the knee to sort of deepen that stretch that happens right in here. And come back to center, hug it in and rock it out. Stay here or bring the bottoms of the feet together, press your knees away. Stay there. Or both feet high, happy baby. You can add a little movement if that feels good. Rock side to side. Maybe tap one knee down and the other. Maybe your legs go straight. Honor your body and just get what your body needs before you rest. We have the lawn care going on outside. And go ahead, bring the bottoms of the feet together. And then bring your knees together. If it feels okay, hug yourself up into a tight little ball. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, stretch it out in all directions. Find Shavasana. Make sure your back is comfortable. You can shift the weight, tipping the pelvis. You can keep the knees bent if the back doesn't feel good with the knees straight. Palms up, shoulders down. If you like a longer Shavasana, feel free to turn me off. If you're sticking with me, just imagine a beautiful golden light enters the body through the crown of the head. As the light pours through your body, it brings warmth and relaxation to the scalp, the forehead, the eyes, nose, and mouth. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. The neck and shoulders are relaxed. The arms, hands, and fingers. The chest, the abdomen, the upper, middle, and lower back are relaxed. The hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, the thighs, the knees, the calves and shins, the ankles, the feet, and out the toes. The body is completely relaxed. This state of peace is your true nature. Take a few moments just to be. All activities should be done with one intention. Breathing in, breathing out, feeling resentful, feeling happy. Being able to drop it, not being able to drop it. Eating our food, brushing our teeth, walking, sitting. Whatever we're doing can be done with one intention. That intention is that we want to wake up. We want to ripen our compassion. We want to ripen our ability to let go. We want to realize our connection with all beings. Everything in our lives has the potential to wake us up or put us to sleep. Allowing it to wake us up is up to us. So bring the awareness back to your breath. Deepen your breath. Let it fill your body. Start to bring subtle movements to your fingers and toes, your hands and feet, your arms and legs, until you're ready for a big stretch. And if it feels good, hug your knees to your chest one last time. You can roll to your right side for more relaxation, your left side for more energy. Take a few breaths on your side. And when you're ready, carefully make your way up to your comfortable seat, and we'll close our practice. Find your tall spine. Find your breath. If you'd like, thumb and first finger together, that's Yana Mudra, the balancing mudra. The reminder that we are okay, we are whole, we are connected. Find your breath. Remember your peace. It's always within, regardless of what goes on around you. Share your light, your compassion, your kindness. Hands to the heart, bow in, give gratitude, and have a beautiful, joy-filled weekend. Namaste. And thank you all for sharing your practice, your presence. Thank you for being here. If you have questions, let me know. If I can help in any way, let me know. So Monday at 5:30, we'll be back here on the mat. Love to see you. Hey, Mom. Thanks, Anna. All right, see you guys soon.